Apple users are in a frenzy to upgrade their iPhones. Many are worried about potential price hikes. These concerns stem from possible tariffs on Chinese imports. iPhones are primarily manufactured in China. This rush to upgrade is unusual. Typically, Apple fans wait for new iPhone releases. These releases happen annually. The current upgrade surge suggests a change in consumer behavior. This shift is likely due to economic anxiety. Consumers want to avoid potentially higher prices. They are choosing to upgrade now rather than later. This proactive approach reflects a desire for cost savings. This situation highlights the powerful influence of external factors. Economic policies can significantly impact consumer choices. The potential tariffs have created a sense of urgency. This urgency is driving the accelerated upgrade cycle. The U.S. government has been considering new tariffs. These tariffs would apply to goods imported from China. This trade policy aims to protect American jobs and industries. However, it could have unintended consequences. iPhones are a prime example of a product that could be affected. A significant portion of iPhones are assembled in China. Tariffs on these imports could increase the cost of iPhones for American consumers. The uncertainty surrounding these tariffs is fueling anxiety. The government has not yet finalized the details of these tariffs. The lack of concrete information makes it difficult for consumers to plan. This uncertainty is further compounded by the absence of a clear timeline. It remains unclear when or if these tariffs will be implemented. This lack of clarity adds to the complexity of the situation for both businesses and consumers. The surge in iPhone upgrades could have mixed implications for Apple. In the short term, the company could see a boost in sales. This increase in demand could lead to higher revenues. However, this short-term gain might be offset by long-term challenges. If tariffs do come into effect, iPhone prices could rise. This could dampen future demand. Consumers might delay upgrades or choose cheaper alternatives. Furthermore, the current upgrade surge could create a lull in future sales. Once consumers have upgraded their devices, they are less likely to purchase new ones in the near future. This could lead to a slowdown in sales once the initial wave of upgrades subsides. The ultimate impact on Apple's bottom line remains uncertain. It depends on a complex interplay of factors. These factors include the timing and scope of tariffs, consumer behavior, and Apple's own pricing and production strategies. The rush to upgrade iPhones underscores a broader trend in consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is increasingly shaped by political and economic forces, which are more interconnected than ever before. Trade wars, tariffs, and economic uncertainty are no longer abstract concepts. They all play a significant role in purchasing decisions, influencing what consumers buy and when they buy it. In the past, consumers might have been less attuned to such issues, focusing more on immediate needs and desires. However, in today's interconnected world, the impact of global events is felt more directly. These global events hit closer to home, affecting everyday life and decisions. The potential for tariffs to impact the price of everyday products like iPhones has brought these issues to the forefront of consumer consciousness. This heightened awareness can create both opportunities and challenges for businesses, requiring them to be more strategic. Companies need to be agile and responsive to changing consumer sentiment, adapting quickly to new realities. They need to communicate effectively and transparently about how global events might impact their products and pricing. This transparency helps build trust and loyalty among consumers who are more informed than ever. Ultimately, consumers are becoming more discerning and proactive in their choices. They are willing to adjust their spending habits based on economic and political developments. This shift towards more conscious consumption is a significant change in the marketplace. It requires businesses to adapt and cater to these evolving needs and concerns, ensuring they stay relevant. By understanding and responding to these dynamics, companies can better serve their customers and thrive in a complex world. Section 5. Navigating the tariff maze. As of today, April 8, 2025, the situation surrounding tariffs on Chinese imports remains fluid and ever-changing. While the U.S. government has considered various tariff measures, no specific tariffs targeting iPhones have been implemented yet, leaving many in a state of uncertainty. The lack of concrete information makes it difficult to assess the potential impact on iPhone prices, causing both consumers and businesses to speculate. The extent to which tariffs might affect the cost of iPhones depends on several factors, including the global supply chain dynamics. These include the tariff rate, the value of Chinese components in iPhones, and Apple's ability to absorb or pass on the cost to consumers, which could vary significantly. The uncertainty surrounding these tariffs is compounded by the ongoing trade negotiations between the US and China, which have been unpredictable. The relationship between the two economic giants has been marked by periods of tension and cooperation, making the future even more uncertain. The outcome of these negotiations will likely determine the future of tariffs and their impact on consumer electronics, including iPhones. Consumers and businesses alike are left to grapple with this ambiguity, trying to make informed decisions in a volatile environment. The lack of clear guidelines and timelines makes it challenging to plan for the future, adding stress to an already complex situation. This uncertainty adds a layer of complexity to business decisions and consumer spending habits, making it crucial to stay informed and adaptable. Section 6. Measuring the upgrade momentum. While concrete data on the current iPhone upgrade surge is limited, anecdotal evidence suggests a noticeable increase. Apple retailers are reporting higher than usual traffic. Consumers are expressing concerns about potential price hikes and are eager to upgrade before any tariffs take effect. However, quantifying this upgrade momentum requires more robust data. Sales figures from Apple, carrier data on new iPhone activations, and market research reports could provide a clearer picture of the trend. Analyzing this data can reveal valuable insights. It can help determine the magnitude of the upgrade surge. It can also shed light on which iPhone models are most popular among those choosing to upgrade early. While anecdotal evidence suggests a shift in consumer behavior, comprehensive data analysis is crucial. It provides a factual basis for understanding the extent to which concerns about tariffs are driving iPhone upgrades. Section 7. Expert opinions on the tariff tightrope. Industry analysts are closely monitoring the situation, keeping a keen eye on the evolving trade policies and their potential repercussions. They offer a range of perspectives on the potential impact of tariffs on iPhone prices and sales, considering various economic scenarios. Some experts believe that tariffs could lead to a significant price increase for iPhones, making them less affordable for the average consumer. They argue that Apple has limited options to avoid passing on the increased cost to consumers, which could result in higher retail prices. This, they suggest, could dampen demand and slow down iPhone sales in the long run, potentially affecting Apple's market share. Others are more optimistic. They believe that Apple's strong brand loyalty and pricing power will mitigate the impact of tariffs, ensuring steady sales. They suggest that Apple might absorb some of the costs, minimizing the price increase for consumers and maintaining its competitive edge. The diversity of expert opinions reflects the complexity of the issue, highlighting the uncertainty in predicting the exact outcomes. The ultimate impact of tariffs depends on a multitude of factors, including geopolitical developments and trade negotiations. These include the specific tariff rates, Apple's supply chain strategies, consumer behavior, and the overall health of the smartphone market, making it a multifaceted issue. Section 8. Apple's strategic countermeasures. Apple has remained tight-lipped about its specific plans to address the potential impact of tariffs. However, the company is undoubtedly exploring various options. These options could include adjusting its supply chain, negotiating with suppliers, or absorbing some of the tariff costs. One strategy Apple might consider is diversifying its manufacturing base. The company could explore moving some production outside of China. This would reduce its reliance on a single country for iPhone assembly. Another option is to negotiate with its Chinese suppliers. Apple might seek to share the burden of tariffs by securing lower component prices. This would help offset the increased costs associated with tariffs. Ultimately, Apple's response will be driven by a combination of factors. These include the company's financial considerations, its long-term strategic goals, and its assessment of consumer sensitivity to price increases. Section 9. The US-China trade tango and its impact on consumers. The potential tariffs on Chinese imports are just one facet of the broader US-China trade relationship. This complex and often tense relationship has significant implications for the global economy. The trade war between the two economic giants has already led to increased costs for businesses and consumers. Tariffs on a wide range of goods have disrupted supply chains and fueled uncertainty. The ongoing trade negotiations between the US and China hold the key to resolving these tensions. A mutually beneficial agreement could ease trade barriers. This would be good news for businesses and consumers alike. However, a protracted trade war could have far-reaching consequences. It could lead to higher prices, reduced economic growth, and job losses. The stakes are high, and the outcome of these trade disputes will have a lasting impact on the global economic landscape.